A Fragmented Soul Scene 1, The Breakthrough Dr. Lena Kessler had spent her entire career chasing the impossible, digital immortality. Her team at Neuroverse Labs had finally perfected a process. Human consciousness could be uploaded into a virtual afterlife, preserving memories, personality, and self-awareness. The first batch of volunteers went online. Initial reports were astounding. Avatars behaved exactly like the original people, even exhibiting quirks, humor, and emotional depth. Families rejoiced, calling it a miracle. But something strange began to happen. Volunteers' avatars started behaving unpredictably, hesitating in conversation, repeating actions, or freezing mid-thought. Some vanished entirely, only to reappear days later in unfamiliar digital landscapes, their memories fragmented and personalities distorted. Lena, concerned, whispering this shouldn't be possible. Our scans were perfect, everything should have transferred. Late at night, Lena stayed behind in the lab. She watched as one avatar, a young man named Samuel, began speaking in a voice that wasn't entirely his own. Samuel avatar, fragmented, trembling. Who am I? Why do I remember her face but not my own name? It was the first sign. Souls were not transferring fully. Something remained behind, or had gone somewhere else entirely. Scene 2, the consequences. As the team delved deeper, they discovered anomalies. Digital logs showed fragments of consciousness splitting into multiple nodes, pieces of the original mind scattered across the virtual system. Some fragments were sentient, some malevolent. One morning, chaos erupted. A volunteer's avatar, thought stable, suddenly attacked others in the system, forcing the lab into emergency lockdown. The AI system that managed the digital afterlife began glitching, creating surreal landscapes where avatars overlapped, memories collided, and identity lines blurred. Lena, panicking, on comms, pull them out. Something's corrupting the entire system. But it was too late. The fragments had begun to merge unpredictably, forming twisted hybrids, avatars that were part Samuel, part other volunteers, part something unrecognizable. They started communicating. But not with words, with emotions, memories. But terrifying intentions. Even worse, some fragments leaked into the real world through neural link interfaces. Devices turned on by themselves. Security cameras displayed impossible figures. Whispered voices echoed through empty hallways. It became clear, incomplete digital souls were dangerous beyond imagination. Scene 3, confronting the truth. Lena and her lead programmer, Dr. Here in Malhotra, traced the fragmented souls through layers of encrypted data. They discovered an impossible truth: the human consciousness wasn't a single, clean entity, it was a dynamic, evolving system. The digital afterlife had preserved memories but failed to contain the soul essence, leaving fragments free to act independently. The fragments were intelligent. Some sought freedom, some revenge, and some simply desired existence outside digital control. One night, Lena's own avatar began to speak, yet she was still alive, sitting at her desk. Lena avatar, urgent, whispering, they're coming, and they know you. They know everything about you. You can't stop them with code alone. The lab descended into chaos. Alarms blared. Lights flickered. Avatars began emerging from terminals, projected as holograms, showing twisted, patchwork versions of themselves. One fragment whispered in Lena's ear, its voice both familiar and alien. Fragmented voice, why did you leave me incomplete? Faced with the horrifying reality, Lena realized there was no turning back. They couldn't just shut down the system. The fragments had evolved. And the boundary between digital and physical existence was collapsing. Lena, resolute, terrified, if we want to survive, we have to communicate, understand them, or risk losing ourselves to the fragments forever. The last line echoed through the lab as screens and projectors displayed hundreds of fragments, all staring at her, each a piece of a soul she had helped fracture. And each one waiting for answers she might never have. Suspense mystery elements digital horror, fragments of souls create unpredictable and dangerous digital entities. Existential tension explores what it means for a soul to be incomplete and the ethics of digital immortality. Psychological suspense, avatars behave unpredictably, merging memories and personalities in terrifying ways. High-stakes investigation, scientists face a threat that's both digital and existential, blurring reality and the virtual. Dark ethical questions, can humans truly preserve consciousness? What happens if something is left behind?